What's happening, people? I'm in Taiwan and today I am flying to South Korea. Honestly, I'm so supposed to be saying that, I really am. Not only that, I'm going to be telling you guys exactly how I book all my cheap flights when I'm traveling the world. Literally, the number one question I get is, how do you find flights so cheap? So I'm going to be telling you today is going to be a bit of a loose vlog. I am flying to South Korea at 8 o'clock this evening. The time is currently 11 o'clock, so I've got a little bit of time to kill. Believe it or not, I have got a few things to do today. But number one is literally buy a jacket or a jumper, because South Korea is literally -4 at the minute. So, oh my God, I'm in for a bit of trouble because it's absolutely honking it down with rain as well. So, right, I'm gonna tell you exactly what else we're doing today. Before I do any of that, I need a coffee. Let's get a coffee, bae. Yes, bae, look what we have found, Starbucks coffee. Do you know what? When I'm traveling about, I will always support local businesses. However, like Mackey's, KFC, whenever you ever see me have like Western food when I'm traveling, you never do. But when it comes to coffee, this is a different ball game. It really is. This is the only place, Starbucks is the only place in the world you can get an actual large coffee. Like when you go to these like local cafes, it's all well and good, you put money in the back pocket, but you only can get a small coffee, and it absolutely does my boxing. So I found a Starbucks. I'm gonna head in here. Again, look at this weather. I've just clocked, there's no seats inside. So I'm gonna get a coffee, and then I am gonna let you guys know the full itinerary of today. But I need to buy the coffee, and I need to find somewhere to sit down and tell you lot. So we're gonna head inside now and hopefully get a coffee, bae.
Hi.
Ni hao. Please, could I have, do you have like a caramel macchiato?
Yep.
Please, could I have a big one, please?
Okay.
Yes.
Ice or hot?
Hot, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
To go or from here?
To go. Is the seats upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to here.
The largest caramel macchiato?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
That's all?
Yeah, that's everything. Thank you.
Yeah, 175 in total.
You speak very good English. Where are you from? Taiwan? Are you from here?
Yeah, I am.
You speak like with bit of an American accent.
Yeah, because I used to learn in Canada.
Oh, you studied in Canada?
Yeah.
Ah, makes sense. How much is it? Sorry.
Yeah, 175.
Okay, perfect.
Here,
Thank you.
so much.
Ah, beautiful. Yes, Saishian, thank you. They was mocking my Chinese, Mandarin, whatever you want to call it. It's all good fun though, isn't it? Anyway, hopefully we found some seats. I'll beg there's a seat up here. Oh, there's another level. Right, I'm gonna head upstairs and get a seat, and then I'll come back to you, Shans. Right, plan of action. I'm gonna make this quick because it's so quiet up here. There's literally about 50 people. People are working on their laptops and people are chilling. They don't want to hear me shouting. So plan of action is I need to sit here now and do a screen recording of exactly what I do to find these flights. What I'm going to do is put that together now. At the end of the video, I don't know how I'm going to end the video, if I'm going to end it in South Korea because I'll fly there at 8 o'clock, or if we're going to get to the airport and end it there. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. It is going to be a long day. I also edit the videos same day. So this video today, I'll edit today and post tomorrow. If I don't get the video edited before I go to bed, it just screws the whole of the next day up, because then I'm waking up either having to edit for 4 hours in the morning or start the next day's vlog and then have two to, it just doesn't work like that. So in an ideal world, I'll finish the vlog at the airport so I can edit it on the plane and when I get to the hotel before I go to sleep. I'm not going to be arriving to South Korea until like 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be a long day. So I'm going to reveal how I find my flights, probably at the airport. What I also need to do today is get a jumper. It is literally, as I said, -4 overnight in South Korea tonight. And I'm going to be going to Japan after that, so it's the same neck of the woods. I'm just thinking it's just going to be freezing cold for 10 days, and all I've got is shorts and t-shirts. I'm kind of in the wrong place for that though, because I am in like a busy city centre. Like I'm gone are the days of Hanoi, Vietnam or Thailand where you can just walk down the street and there's like counterfeit stuff you can buy for like a tenner. I don't want to buy a jumper that's going to cost me the equivalent of like 60 quid, 70 quid a hoodie, yeah, and then in 10 days I've got no room. I'm travelling in this backpack, which I don't know how you can see, it is bulging full. I managed to buy a laptop and fit it in there with what I've got in there and not throwing anything away. So right, I'm going to buy a jumper. I think I'm going to buy a jumper. I'm not actually sure. I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Should I buy a jumper? Because after I've left Japan, I'm going to be going back to like maybe the Philippines, maybe back to Vietnam, Cambodia, all of these really hot places. I'm just going to end up throwing it away. So I don't know if I just bear it for bear the cold for 10 days. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. But anyway, one other thing I need to get done today. I've got loads to do. I've got like loads of admin to do. I don't even know where the airport is. I don't know if I'm an hour from the airport, 2 hours from the airport. I need to look at that. I need to check in for my flight. That's another thing I need to do. I also had to pay 50 quid to Hong Kong Air when I flew between Hanoi and Hong Kong, because on my passport I've obviously got a middle name. I didn't put it in on my, I just put Ellis Racing. I didn't put my middle name in. And Ryanair, before have let that wave, but I know I'm not in Ryanair territory, so I was a little bit off of that. So I need to make sure I've got everything right before I travel. Also, I have got so much laundry to do. I've got enough clothes for one more day tomorrow of clean clothes, which that'll be in South Korea. I can get it done tomorrow, it's not a problem, but I'm just thinking I haven't got a lot to do. I've got loads to do today, but what I'm saying is I've got like a bit of a dead day because I'm flying at 8 o'clock. So I'm thinking if I can find somewhere to do my self laundry, which is where you basically do it yourself, you basically 45 minutes in the washing machine and then 30 minutes in the tumble dryer. You guys know the score. I can get that done myself. If I have to find somewhere that actually does it for me, then I've got no chance. So that's another thing I need to do today. Before I do any of that, I'm going to drink this coffee. I'm not sure, like I said, it's going to be a loose vlog, but I will be revealing how I get my cheap flights at the end of the video. So without further ado, let me drink the coffee and I'll come back to you, babe. Oh my God, have a look at this weather. It's actually getting worse. Right, anyway, turns out I've done a bit of my own Google search, no chat GPT, and there's a laundrette 89 yards away, which is about less than a 2-minute walk. I literally think it's down here, so I'm getting soaked. What I'm gonna do is head there now. I've got some bad news as well. Got some bad news. I'll tell you that when I get to the laundrette. What I'm gonna do, get all my stuff in the laundrette, see how much it costs. It's a self-use one as well, which I hate them so much because you have to figure out how to use a washing machine. And honestly, I ain't got a clue. But the positive side to that, it means that I can literally sit there. I think it takes like 30 minutes for the wash and 18 minutes for the dry. So it's not even gonna take an hour to get it all done. So let's head to the laundrette and then I'll let you know the bad news, bae. It is busy in the old laundrette. I've managed to get my clothes in a washing machine. However, it was a bit of a struggle, I can't lie. As you can see, there are there's 6 washing machines there, all full. When I walked in, I just had to wait 15 minutes to get my clothes in. And then obviously they're on time, it's 28 minutes, so it clocks down to 0. There's a couple of people sat here, so I thought, oh, you know what, when 0 hits, they'll just get it out and I'll be able to put mine in. The one that I've just went in, it's clocked to 0. The person's still not come to pick it up. So anyway, I've just had to open the washing machine door and then put all of their washing into one of them green baskets so I could put mine in. I'm not sure if this is common etiquette at a laundry, I'm not sure, but the person's nowhere to be seen, so I've just dumped all their stuff out, put my stuff in. This cost 80 money, which is about just under £2, about £1.90 for a 28-minute wash. You don't need detergent either, it's all automatically added into the wash with the washing machine. And then once the wash is done, 6 dries at the back, I've got to put them in the dryer there. That's 18 more minutes, and I think it's 50 money, so that's about another £1. So all in all, it's about £3 to get your laundry done, which I don't think's a problem. Well, I don't think that's bad at all, considering I can do it all myself. It's going to take an hour in total, and I haven't got to mess around in South Korea tomorrow because I'm only there for 3 days. I don't want to waste time. Well, it's even if I get there, because oh my God. Right, let's just go to the bad news. So the bad news is, here's me giving you a lecture on how to book flights, and I've made an absolute boo-boo myself on this one. So I'm going to show you the price comparison later of exactly what I do, but I'll just give you a quick insight. It's a comparison site. You can book directly through the airline. It gives you the options. You can book directly through the airline, you can book through third parties. Some of these third parties are actually cheaper than booking direct through the airlines, right? And I've done this 50 times before, never had a problem, but this time I have booked these flights through booking.com. So the comparison website gives me all the prices. Booking.com is the cheapest place, even though the flight, for example, today is for a company, airline called Tiger Air, Taiwan Tiger Air or something like that. It's cheaper to book through booking.com, and it's 9 times out of 10 it's not a problem because I'm already signed up to booking.com, so I haven't got to go through a whole process of signing up, entering all my details. You just click booking.com instead of the actual airline, and it will take you to booking.com and it will give you the flight and you book it. Obviously all my details are pre-populated, so I'm like, happy days, easy for me. It's a million times quicker, I haven't got to put in all my details. The issue that I've got on this occasion I've booked through booking.com. Obviously, when it took me to the website, on booking.com where I've signed up to the website years ago. Obviously not in, at that time, you was just booking hotels, so you didn't need your actual passport name on your account. So my name on booking.com is Ellis Rayson, no middle name, even though I've got a middle name on my passport. So when it's took me across it, I think it tells you, please confirm your details, and I've obviously just been blasé about it. I've been knackered, probably 2 o'clock in the morning booking these flights. I've just clicked submit. So I've now submitted my details as Ellis Rayson as my name. So on my passport, I'm not going to show you it, it says first name Ellis and then my middle name. Well, you probably know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you. And obviously when I've gone on to Tiger Air to check in just now, it says enter your booking reference from booking.com. I give it, enter your last name, happy days. It gets to the next step, and then it says we're unable to check you in due to an abnormality in your with your name / to your passport. Please come to a check-in desk to sort out at the airport. Basically what that means is my booking.com says Ellis Rayson, so they've submitted that name. You have to upload a picture of your passport on this Tiger Air website to confirm it's you or whatever. It doesn't, and you can't do it manually. I've tried getting around it, you can't do it manually. So my passport obviously has my first name and my middle name under forename or whatever, so it doesn't match up because I haven't got my middle name on it, which is an absolute nightmare. So no, this same thing, like I said, happened when I was in Hong Kong, when I was in Vietnam flying to Hong Kong. Same thing happened. I've just been so blasé about it, and it's honestly me off because I'm now going to have to go to the airport, go to a check-in desk. The chances are I'm going to be the luckiest bloke alive if they just change it for free. They're not going to change it for free. You know what these airlines are like. And I've got my backpack as well, which I haven't declared. So I've got a little plan for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is though. But I'm going to have to go to the airport, check in at a check-in desk. No doubt it's going to have to pay somewhere between 30 and 50 quid to change my name, to put my middle name in on the passport. So rule number 1, triple check every single time, because I've obviously just coasted through and got this one wrong. But anyway, I am going to be telling you and showing you the process when I get to the airport. I'm just going to do it there and then. I'm not going to do a screen recording now. I'm just going to show you there and then. So anyway, breathe. I am going to pick up my laundry. Well, I still need to wait for it to be done, and then I need to get it in the dryer and then wait for it to dry as well. So once I've done that, I think my next goal is try and head into the town and find something, some jacket or jumper. But like I said, I'm so tight. I'm the tightest bloke on earth. Apart from when it comes to buying rounds, I do like to buy but I do like to do my fair share of buying beer in a round. That is the only time you'll ever see me spending money. But anyway, I am gonna hopefully get my wash in and then find a jumper or a jacket to take with me to South Korea Bay. Have a look at this then. So next door to the laundry, there's like a food gaff, and I was just stood here and the lady that's just sat here said, you've got to try it, it's so good. Well, I didn't have the camera in my hand, so I thought, you know what, I'm next door, there doesn't look like there's any tables in there, but they've got like some, I'm not that hungry. In fact, I'm not hungry at all, but I feel like it's a wasted opportunity. I've got 18 minutes to kill in here. I'm gonna get some food, so yeah, language barrier is probably gonna be a problem to begin with, but we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Ni hao, ni hao. I don't know what to get. What do you recommend? What do you recommend food-wise in here?
What kind of food do you like?
Just something small, maybe what you've got.
Oh, what I got is wonton soup. This is simple wonton soup.
Soup?
Yeah.
Please, could I have the same as this lady, please? One soup.
Soup.
Yes.
回炖汤， 它要是回炖。
Okay, one of this, and then do you sell drink?
他说你有没有卖饮料？
Thank you so much. Okay, yes, I get one drink as well. Is this okay?
Help yourself.
Help yourself to the drink. Okay, yes. CS, yeah. CS, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we just mimicked. We've just mirrored, sorry, exactly what that girl's just bought. So I need a drink. This is what I wanted. Just wanted some like water or something like that. So we're gonna get some water. Oh, thank you so much, CS, yeah. Can I sit here?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Right, it's busy in here to be fair. So yeah, here's the setup. I've just bought a soup. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know what it's going to taste like, but yeah, got the drink. That's the main thing, and I've got 18 minutes to wait for my laundry. So yeah, let's see how this food tastes. Soup has arrived, babe. So let me show you this. I've already had to do one take of this, and I realised I was holding the camera directly over the soup, and you can see it is steaming hot. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a full taste test because I'm sat in a restaurant. I don't want to have the camera in my hand and in people's faces, which I've already done already. So I'm going to try and enjoy this. As you can see, I'm going to show you what it looks like now, and then I'm going to tell you how much it costs and what it tastes like when I leave here. So I've got 15, well not even 15 minutes, probably got about 10 minutes now till my laundry's done. So as you can see here, it's like a vegetable soup, but it has got this in. I'm not sure if anyone knows, well I'll be finding out in a sec. What is this? Is this like, is it meat? Or is it like, not a pastry, but like a dumpling kind of thing? I've got no idea, but it looks pretty nice. I've got no idea how much it's going to cost. I'm going to eat this now, and then I'll let you lot know what it was like, Betty. Ni hao. Please, could I pay?
55.
How much?
55.
55?
Yeah.
Oh. You keep the change for you. Tip for you. No problem, thank you. Bye-bye. Ah, he was happy. He accepted the tip, which is good. So I'm going to head back next door, and my clothes are still spinning. I did put them in the dryer, so they are now drying. But anyway, what I'm going to do, call me mad. I'm going to get my clothes out of this dryer, and then I'm going to sack off looking for a jumper and jacket, and I'm just going to head straight to the airport. The time is currently 1:10. It takes an hour and 10 minutes to get there, so I will be there till 2:30. I've then got to go through all the hassle of checking in and then getting myself stressed out because I'm going to have to pay another 50 quid to check in and change my name. Then I've got to get through security. Then I've got to film and show you guys how to get the cheap flights. Then I've got to edit the video. Before I take off at 8 o'clock. Obviously, we're going to be boarding at 7 o'clock, so I need to edit the video before 7 o'clock. And then I need to upload yesterday's video. By the way, I've got a laptop charger. I found a laptop charger after I ended yesterday's vlog, or the last vlog that you've seen. So I have got a lot to do in, 6.5 hours. So 5.5 hours, 6.5 hours, whatever. So I'm going to head into the airport after I've got all my laundry, and I'll let you guys know how I got on with paying to change my name at the airport. Right, I have made it to the airport. The time is currently 3 o'clock. I just went to the check-in desk. They won't let me check in till 5:30. So I can't even get through security. So I'm gonna grab myself second Starbucks of the day, and then I'll be revealing the big secret, mate. Thank you. CSCF, thank you. Okay, so coffee in hand. I now need to find somewhere to sit down where I'm not going to be shouting and annoy everyone. It's so busy, look. There is seats out here, but I can't really sit out here and shout. God. Right, skip to me, hopefully finding somewhere to sit down, babe. Ladies' dressing table. Oh, there's some massage chairs here. Could I just, no, I can't sit in one of them. What's in here? What is this? Breastfeeding room. This could work. Hey, is there a table in here? Oh, there's a table. Is there a light? Right. This is the current setup then. So I'm going to be telling you the secrets of the world in a breastfeeding room. So give me 2 minutes. I'm going to set myself up and I'll do the big reveal. Yes, people, I'm currently in a breastfeeding room at the airport. I'm going to be identifying as a female for the next half hour or so. So I know there's going to be people going, oh my God, you can't do that. There is literally 2 of these rooms, one next door, no one's in it. There's 2 baby changing things out there, no one's there. So relax yourself, Kaza. Anyway, I am about to fly to Seoul in South Korea. I am not going to land until 11:30 local time, by the way. And then where I land, it's like I'm going to put a map on. There's like a little island, and it's a 60-kilometer trip into the city where my hotel is. 2 hours, by the way. So by the time I leave the airport, it's going to be like 12:30 after midnight. I ain't going to arrive until about 2:30 local time. So it's going to be a long day from here. But all importantly, what are we here for? I'm here to give you the world's biggest secret. You're gonna have to bear with me because the lighting isn't great, and I'm going to be doing this on my phone. So I'm going to be basically screen recording what I do right now on my phone, and then I'm just going to mirror it over the screen for you guys to see. So without further ado, let's get into it, babe. Right, here we go. So number one thing you need to do, the first thing you need to do is head over to skyscanner.net. I've just put it on the screen there, skyscanner.net. I'm also hotspotting my phone, so I hope the internet's not gonna drop out. This Skyscanner is my Bible, my go-to that I've used for the last, not even the last 9-10 months of traveling, the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years probably of booking flights. What you need to do, and I'm gonna base this on a lot of you guys watching are going to be from the UK, and you're going to be probably looking to book holidays or cheap flights throughout the year, maybe during your annual leave. Obviously, I'm traveling from country to country, so I'm going to base this on finding flights out the UK to maybe we'll just do European destinations, because that's probably what the likelihood is of what you guys are going to be doing. So first things first, this is the main page you get to. You've got departure and choose destination. What you want to do, this is what I do. Luckily for me, where I live in the UK, I am bang in the middle of the UK, so I've got access within 2 hours. Within 2 hours, I can get to Birmingham, East Midlands, Manchester. Well, Manchester's probably a little bit outside of that. Stansted, Luton, and then outside of that, that's 5 airports. Outside of that, I could travel a little bit further to Gatwick. I could go Liverpool. I've not done Liverpool, but I've been to Gatwick before, just because the flights can be so cheap. So I'm just going to base this on what I would do, or maybe even let's just go for London. So you want to then open up this first page, and where it says from United Kingdom, you want to keep it as United Kingdom. Don't specify a certain airport. Where, like, let's say you're from Manchester or Birmingham, don't just put Birmingham. Keep United Kingdom, because that will explore all options around the UK. You might see a flight from Birmingham, and it might be where you live, and you might get a flight, let's just, I'm hypothetically speaking here, to Alicante, Benidorm for 50 quid, and you might be like, oh, that's all right, but then you might spot one from London for 20 quid, and it might just open your eyes to book that cheaper flight, to get it cheaper, essentially. So anyway, choose destination. You want to explore everywhere, because this is to find as many cheap flights as you can to different destinations in Europe. There are some absolute bangers. So what we want to do, it brings you to this screen here, and you want to make sure you take it off specific dates. This is really going to be for people that have the slight flexibility to be able to, a lot of you guys are going to be working, you're going to be able to go to your boss and say, can I have this week off? Can I have that week off? And you're going to probably negotiate a little bit, and you're going to be able to get it. This might not necessarily work very well during the summer months, or if you've got to take your kids out of school, because the summer's always going to be expensive. If you've only got certain dates, you can go specific dates. It's not going to work very well. You need to be a little bit flexible, and I know not everyone's not got that to be able to do that, basically. So I'm going to go on flexible dates on this right hand side. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be choosing some outside of the summer months. Well, I don't want to be going during July, August, because they are the school holidays. It's going to be expensive. September, great month to go on holiday. Also could be a little bit expensive straight after the school holidays. A lot of people tend to go in September for that reason. I haven't done this. I've not looked at what flights are going to come up. Let's do October. October is a good month, winter months, we all like a bit of winter sun, don't we? So apply. Adults, for the sake of this, I'm just going to keep it as 1. And then what we want to do is, we don't want to mess around if you've got a week annual leave, 10 days, 2 weeks. We don't want to be we just want a direct flight. So we'll make sure you tick that box, direct flights, and then click search. The next screen that it brings you to is going to be departure. It's going to be, not departure, it's going to be destination. So on here, it's going to filter also from cheapest to most expensive. So when you, for example, another thing that this is good for, Skyscanner, is when you go on Jet2 or TUI and you search for, let's say you want to go Mallorca, you search Mallorca, the list, once you click search, you put your dates in, Jet2 will show you recommended. So a lot of people should know this, but they probably don't. At the top of those kind of pages, you have a little bar that says sort by. You always, no matter if you're on Skyscanner or whatever, you want to sort by lowest to highest. Don't get me wrong, the recommended page is really, really good, because what they'll do is they'll give you a good hotel that's a good price that you'll look at and be like, oh yeah, happy days. Recommends it, you click it, you probably book it. Whereas you could probably find a hotel 30, 40, 50% cheaper than that if you just search by lowest, sort by lowest to highest. Skyscanner does this for you. This is going to give us the list of destinations, as you can see, from lowest price to highest price. We obviously don't want to be going to the UK, flying UK to UK. There's a few destinations here that are pretty cool. This is the cheap, so this will be the cheapest flight throughout the whole of October to this destination, and then we'll get a little bit more specific as we go into it. So on here, Italy's probably quite a good place, southern Italy, but for the sake of keeping things simple, look, there is some really, really cheap flights on here. I'm gonna just go for Portugal, Spain. We want some winter sun, let's go Spain. So we're gonna click Spain. Once we get into Spain, it's then gonna list you the destinations within Spain that you can fly to, and the cheapest flight. So you can see throughout the whole month of October, there are so many destinations you can go to within Spain at ridiculous prices. I don't know if, I think this is, I've clicked return flight, and I did try and do it earlier, and it seems to just keep pushing single outbound flights on me, not return, but we'll just roll with it anyway. So we're gonna look at, Malaga, you know, it's nice, it's not really, I mean, I've never been, but it's, I have been, I have been. You want to, if we're talking holiday, let's go Palma, Mallorca. Everyone likes a bit of sun and a nice beach, so we're gonna click Palma. Once you click in there, it's going to give you a list of your departure airports. So this is where, this can open your eyes to booking a flight from somewhere else that isn't, you know, your local airport, because the flight might be a lot cheaper. Here, you can see a lot of the flights, they're across the board, they're quite a similar price, to be honest. They're not actually that expensive wherever you go, but obviously once you click within each destination, it's going to bring you up loads of different flights. So again, for the sake of this, we're just going to pick London. 24 quid is the cheapest flight. This could be from Stansted, Luton, Gatwick, Southend, London City. It could be from any of them at the minute, but we'll figure that out in a sec. So then the next page, this is where it gets interesting. It brings up the whole month, and as you can see, it will show you the cheapest flights throughout the month. The green ones are obviously the cheapest ones throughout the month. So on here, you can see, obviously on the weekends it gets a little bit more expensive. I don't know why it varies so much, but I'm just going to try and find the cheapest flight on here. Looking at it is the £25 one on the 14th. So we're going to click that, and then we're going to click find flights at the bottom. It's then going to take us into a different screen where it's going to probably load up so many different airports. Stansted was probably going to be on here, Luton, whatever. So as you can see here, I'm going to scroll down, there's so many options on it. It's going to cover all 4 major airports in London, and there's going to be all different kinds of times on here. What we're going to do, again, at the top here, it shows by best. That's basically the recommended, which we don't want to do. I'm just going to go cheapest, and I'm going to go and scroll down. So the cheapest flight is going to be out of Stansted to Palma on, what date are we on? I can't even remember. Is it Tuesday the 14th? It says at the top. We've got a flight in the evening, which isn't ideal, but £25 for a one-way flight is unbelievable. As you scroll down, it can get more expensive. Southend, £28, even later flights. So on this, and then as you can see at the bottom, there's a sponsored flight. Early flight in the morning from Luton, but it's 166 quid. So that's a sponsored one. So as you go down, they'll get more expensive, but you might get an earlier flight. So as you can see, you could fly from Luton for 40 quid in the morning, or you could fly from Stansted in the evening for 25 quid. So 15 quid difference. I personally would pay the £40 and get to the destination earlier, so you get a full day. For the sake of this, we're just going to do the cheapest one. So we're going to go from Stansted. We're going to click select. I don't know now if this is going to take me. Okay, so this is what I was on about. So this is where I f***ed up. This is where I f***ed up. Well, I haven't f***ed up because I've done this a million times. It will give you a list of airlines that you can book from, different vendors. As you can see here, the cheapest one is through Ryanair Direct. However, I've done this search numerous times and found that Ryanair, for example, booking.com might be cheaper. I don't know why. Someone might be able to tell me why that is. On this occasion, we would then click to book, and that would then take us to the Ryanair website where we would then book that flight. For whatever reason, my Skyscanner is bugging out. Like I said, it's not letting me do the return flight, but I don't know if it's my phone. I need to clear my cookies. I don't know at this point, but we would then click that and would go to the Ryanair website, and we would then book that flight. You can then do this, not only, you can then book the return flight direct through the Ryanair website, which would probably be the cheapest way of doing it. It's a bit annoying, it won't let me show you the return way, but that is a simple way of doing it. What you then can do further to that is, you can use Skyscanner. So obviously if you want to book a holiday package, you obviously want to do it through a travel agent where you book it all together. So if something goes wrong, hotel goes bust, or whatever the airline goes bust, you've got at all protection. I'm sure you get it direct through the flight, but if you've booked a holiday package, they will just sort it all out for you if something goes wrong. So you can use Skyscanner to find the cheapest flights for that month. This is also what I've done when I used to actually book to go on holiday. You would do that for the whole month. You would find the flights that you want. So the 14th, 25 quid flight out, and you might get one on a return flight on the 21st, a week later, or 10 days later, and that might be, you can pick your cheap flights. You don't have to book it there and then. What you then can do is go over to the the travel agent website, for example, Love Holidays, On the Beach. These are just a few that I used. Jet2, if but that's obviously only Jet2 flights. I'm talking travel agents that compare all flights. Then you can use those dates that you've seen the cheap flights and bang it into the travel agent. Search specifically only on those dates because you know the cheap flights are on those dates, and then the travel agent company will bang the hotel with those cheap flights, and you've found yourself a very cheap holiday. That is how I do it. There's no secret formula. I know a lot of you watching probably already do that, but there'll be also a lot of you guys that won't know that as well. So that is the world's secret. There we go. That is what I do, and that's what I've always done, and that's what I continue to do now. So all I'm going to do after this is I'm going to fly to Seoul, South Korea. I haven't got an onward flight yet. I'm looking at going to Japan. And the reason I know Japan are cheap flights is because I've done exactly the same thing I was just showing you. I'm going to fly to Seoul, and then when I get to Seoul, I'm going to go on Skyscanner. I'm going to put departure, Seoul, and I'm going to go explore everywhere. On explore everywhere, Japan was the cheapest country to fly to. I can fly there for like 30 or 40 quid. So I'm just going to do that for the next few weeks to see where I can end up, and then at some point I am going to have to work my way back to the UK for about mid-May because I'm going to the old darts, and it's my niece's first birthday as well. So I do really want to be back for that. So if you've watched this far, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. The next time you see me, I'll be in South Korea, babe.